Hello guys, I'm Mr. Machete, your ECD facilitator. I want us to proceed where we have ended in our book or skill program 2 book where we did activity number 1 and 2. Today I want us to focus on activity number 4 and 5. So with me I've got activity number 3 and activity number 4. So this is what we are going to be focusing on today. So I want us automatically to start with activity number 3. Activity number 3 says, explaining the aspect of personal, social, and emotional development. Explaining the aspect of personal, social, and emotional development. Mind you guys, in activity number 3, we got, in activity number 2, we got what we call the personal, social, and emotional, where we're developing the kids. So now we want to check the aspect. So one may ask, what are the aspects? When we speak of the aspect, they are like the ingredients. They are the ones that forms this development when it comes to personal, social, and emotional. So let's check our point number 1 that says dispositioning and attitudes. So if a kid may be able to give us a good attitude in a classroom, or they can be able to disposition themselves, then automatically this means we have well developed them in the personal, social, and emotional. So number 2, we have got making relationships. Making relationship. This is our point number 2. One may ask, how does the kids make relationship in a classroom? Number 1, it can be the friends, the one they stayed with, or the one they pick from the class. Then number 2, it can be when they are working in pairs or in groups. So they must be able to make a good relationship in the classroom. So that aspect also, if a kid has those aspects, it shows that they are well developed in personal, social, and emotional. Then number 2, it's behavior and self-control. Behavior and self-control. So with behavior and self-control, the kids in the class need to behave. They must know that as a teacher, when you stand in front of them, they must keep quiet and listen to you or listen to whatever you are saying. And they must not go up and down unless you instruct them to do so. So that's the behavior one. Then the self-control, that's where you must also train them how to behave when it comes to the conflict in the classroom, the fights and the differences that they will have with other students when it comes to the words or verbally so. So they need to control themselves as the learners. Then we have got another one of which is self-care. Self-care. With self-care, it's how the students present themselves in the classroom. And this one might start with us as an ECD practitioners. We must look presentable so that the kids must take an example from us. Then they will be able to tell them, their parents at home, that I want to look nice like Sam Machete. I want to look nice like Mem Sevula. So it must start with us. We must take care of ourselves then and make sure that we develop the kids, or we take that skill to the kids so that they can be able to have this aspect of self-care. Then the other one, it's our last point, of which it's a sense of community. Sense of community. From our note, it says it's about how children understand and respect their own needs. It's about children understand and respect their own needs. So as children, they also have what we call the self-needs. what they want to become. Some other times they can also pick up someone from the village and say, when I grow up, I want to be a police, like whatsoever. So this is what we call the sense of community, when the children find themselves and stick to that, it's either a career or stick to that behavior that I want to grow up being like this. Then this is our last point in activity number 3. I want us to check activity number 4. Activity number 4. Then with activity number 4, we have got what we call discussing the meaning of communication when it comes to language and literacy for children. How are we going to discuss this communication, looking at language and literacy? Our point number 1 says, become skillful communicator. So we must train the kids to be skillful communicators. Mean that when they are skillful communicators, they don't just say anything. Anything that they say, they think of it, whether it's good or bad, before they present it. Because we know that when it comes to the communication, that's where the conflict arises mostly. Then we have got number 2, to distinguish the sound patterns. They must be able to distinguish the sound patterns. So we have number 3, of which it says, including activities such as dance, rhymes, and song. So when we are busy developing the kids, we must make sure that we include the activities such as dance, rhymes, and songs. Then we have got another one, or another point, that says speaking and listening skills. And it says this one build foundation for literacy. So if you want to develop the kids in literacy, we must make sure that we include these skills, of which it's speaking and listening. So these two, they build foundation for literacy. Then we have got another point that says use various resources for expressing their understanding, including drawing, reading, and writing. So when we use various resources, then it helps the kids to express their understanding, when it's including the drawing, reading, and writing. So this it's our activity number 4. So let's not forget that the core meaning of it was how we discussed the meaning of communication, looking on 2 things, of which it's language and literacy. So thank you very much, guys, for watching this video. Be ready for our next video, where we'll be doing activity number 5, 6, and 7. Thank you very much.